Hey there everybody, Thet here, and welcome to Thet Plays Othercide by Lightbulb Crew as a developer and Focus Home Interactive as the publisher. Othercide is a turn-based strategy game with a very unique, what they call it is a dynamic timeline system, where everything works on a timeline that actually can be modified as you play through the turn-based battles. So that part I'm excited for. This game has gotten some comparisons apparently to Darkest Dungeon, which I'm gonna be straight up with you. I played a little bit just to get in there. I'm not seeing it too much. I'm seeing roguelike elements, but I'm seeing way more XCOM than Darkest Dungeon, except for maybe somewhat aesthetically. But let's take a deeper look into this game and see what we got going on, and maybe if we get lucky we can get into the new game mode without actually... Do I want to play the tutorial again? I mean, yeah, it has some story elements, so why not? Wow, that subtitle goes over the thing, doesn't it? From behind the veil they grow, those you should always beware. In muted darkness they flow, those who feed on your nightmare. Well rhymed. Centuries the mother has protected the veil, preventing it from shattering. Her journey has led her to the deserted streets of the city, rotted by the plague, where a greater threat awaits. So if you can't tell, it's a little vague with the story so far.
He needs us. The other has come for the chosen one, and soon the veil will break. The suffering cannot continue.
Ugh. That would seem very funny to me. Seems like a lot of dead people. The others may take many forms beyond the veil. Nightmare creatures born out of mankind's worst traumas. And there was a little bit more there. Age of Shattering, 1897. Oh, thank you. Thank you for coming up there, year 1897. Almost missed you there.
Suffering festers within him. The edge of reality frays. Each battle takes more and more out of me.
You do look pretty tired.
Shred the veil and devour our world.
That sounds like it'd be bad.
Will you stay with me until the end?
I mean, no.
What I can.
Usually...
What I have left. Let it go here and no further.
Sounds awesome, but I don't know if I can stay with you to the end. Usually I do about 5 episodes of these miniseries, and I move on. So, we're not going to complete it in that, are we? I will say, aesthetically...
Watch, my friend. Once I move to strike, the first will fall.
Aesthetically, this game knows what it's doing, I think. It has a style. It's sticking to it. And it's pretty neat. She says, help me, dear friend. I no longer have the strength enough to lead this battle by myself. You must take control. I will guide you. HP. We got Final Fantasy level HP here in the thousands. That's only for the first character, actually. Yeah, this is a tutorial. This is Mother, by the way. She's pretty great, I assume. Action points? Yeah, most actions cost action points. It makes sense so far, right? All makes sense. Move to the red square. Don't tell me what to do. I mean, you can, but... So we're going to go ahead and select Mother. Hello, Mother. Step to this square. It'll cost 10 action points. Boom, we've done it. Congrats.
More against us.
My god, how dare he. This is a Plague Doctor. We get to select our instant attack skill. I'm sorry, instant action skill, which are played immediately and cost you some action points. So in this case, we have Slash. Costs 35 points. We select it. We strike the enemy. I don't know if there's a hotkey for this. If there is, it's not in the tutorial, but it would be very helpful for there to be a hotkey for this. Because otherwise, there's a lot of moving up here and then selecting the enemy. She does infinite damage, of course. Again, tutorial. Timeline orders all units by their initiative and moves forward whenever a unit ends their turn. A unit can play when it reaches 0 on the timeline. So this is the timeline system I was telling you about, the dynamic timeline system. I like it. So here's Mother on the timeline. Once she ends her turn, she'll go to 50 on the timeline. And, well, I mean, yeah, there is a... So there... Space to move. Oh, maybe you can just hover over them and hit space and it'll do the thing. I don't know. But we can hit backspace to end our turn. Yes. There we go. And then she goes to 50 on the timeline. And then you see the other creatures on the timeline here. He has done a delayed action called a massive shot. Don't get it twisted. It's never been that big. Delayed skills immediately end the unit's turn. And their powerful effects are activated later on the timeline. So in this case, he's delayed his shot. He's preparing it. You see the delayed shot on the timeline at 50. And that's when he's going to make a big boom. So ideally, we would take care of him before that. Which is why they gave us a free shield charge. Shield charge will delay the target's next action and also cancel their delayed attack. Dashes up to 5 tiles, moves them, delays them by 30 initiative units, and also apparently locks them. Bam! Initiative offset by 30, knocked out of the attack. Interrupt skills can stop a single enemy attack and immediately launch a counterattack. Interrupt skills cost health to use, which is an interesting mechanic as well. Instead of costing action power, we can go into this vengeful stance, which will... Gotta target ourselves to use interrupt skills. It will cancel the first melee attack and deal damage. So, if the enemy does more damage than what you're about to give up in health, it could be worth using. You see. And then we end the turn. The other guy comes over here. He says, how you doing? I'm a plague doctor. I'm going to try to attack. Oh, no! I've been strucken. Vengefully. Strucken? And I've turned into a scavenger for some reason. Alright, because tutorial. Look at all of them! The little winding threads.
I can stop the attack before it happens.
Alright, now we have Spear Tornado, which is going to cost 60 AP, which is a bit much, as you can see. But we will cast it. Let's do it! Wha-bam! And they're done. Beautiful. And then more enemies show up. How y'all doing? Plague Doctor. You having a good time? I hope so. Yeah, the all black and white aesthetic is kind of neat. I'm not going to lie. Getting a little bit of a Sin City vibe in it. Massive shot. How dare you? Okay, now we're back down to just 2 moves. Action points burst. Your unit will go into burst if they start using their last 50 action points. This will push their turn back to 100 on the timeline when they end their turn instead of to 50. So only use it when you need an extra move or to deal a killing blow. Some skills, like Shield Charge, can delay the next time an enemy will play to give you more control on the timeline. Alright. There's a little dodge indicator. It's a percent that they can have dodged an attack. Under that is armor. It's how much damage is reduced from the attack. It's a direct reduction, by the way. You can see that on the enemies, too. Remember, the timeline is the key to winning battles. Delayed skills are powerful and end your turn immediately. Interrupt skills prepare your unit to block and then attack back after their turn. Other skills can delay when enemies move, and using your last 50 AP will move your turn back. But it'll make you strong. Okay, now we got all of our things. We got AoE moves, which are pretty neat. I think you can actually use that. Yeah, each 15 initiative, this will damage enemies up to 3 times. So, if I put this here, I could actually, like, hit them both with it. Check it. Hail of Shards. It's pretty neat. And now, our turn has ended, but the shards come down over time. Oh, he took his massive shot. That was my mistake. I didn't realize that was there on the timeline. I thought that was farther up. That's okay. We got him back with the shards. He's going to hit us, though. But thankfully, we can turn around and hit him. There is flanking in this game. So if someone is distracted and attacking you... That was great. If someone is distracted and attacking someone else, you can flank them and do more damage. Imbued Blade. Deal damage after 25 initiative units. And then end the turn. Imbue our blade here. Give you a nice super slap. There it is. And down he goes. These hands, by the way, mean the enemies are going to resurrect. And well, is resurrect the right word? They're going to appear on the battlefield. And as you can see, they just show up and they can move right away. If they're not right next to you, they can not attack. But if they spawn right next to you, they can move and attack on the same turn. It's not that lovely. Let's just go ahead and slash them. Look, I'm not disappointed. I'm just mad. Frick. Would this hurt them both? Hit chance 100%? You know what? Screw it. Have my Tornadus. Alright? I wanted to be fancy about it. You didn't let me. And now there's a Plague Butcher up and about, who I assume with his big old Plague Axe does more Plague damage. And that's a guard who has some extra shield to him. Okay. We can spank this boy, probably. Let's go ahead and just move. So if I hit space... I have to hit space 3 times to make the actual move happen. That's a little much. He moves in 1 turn. Yeah, he's got 1 point before he moves, so I'd have to kill him ASAP. Thankfully, Mother is kind of strong. And you know what? We might as well go ahead and burst here. And here's the question of the day. Can you make it over to us? You definitely can. So let's go into the Vengeful Stance. Do the Vengeful Dance. There we go. And then end our turn. He's going to come over here. He's going to try to take a swing. Going to miss. He's going to get that thing. That thing being a hit to the face. It's a good thing to give him. Alright, finish him off if we can. Apparently your extra armor's not good enough, big boy. Alright. Well done. Let's not waste another... Not waste health we don't need to waste. And there's the boy himself. Literally. See why that's a joke here in just a minute. Don't worry about it. It's not even a funny one.
The chosen one.
There you go. See, his name's the child. He's apparently the chosen one.
I don't want to harm you, little one.
I have no idea what's going on, by the way. I still have no idea about the story.
But we want to harm you. Very much.
Like, I don't get that. It's a little weird, but okay. It's cool. It's cool. Interesting face you got.
I have failed. You most of all.
Well, that's too bad.
I fought with every bone and sinew. All I am, I leave to you. Take it. My blood is my legacy. May it spill forth into an army to rend suffering from its host.
Alright. And that's your tutorial. The city was destroyed. The veil fractured. Thousands of souls perished, swallowed by the void. Honestly, if it's only thousands, that's not that bad. I'm just saying. You're not as deadly as, you know, Rona. Nope, there goes my monetization. Damn it.
My voice destroyed a city. It's not enough. How soon will you hatch? I want you in this world. I want to see what you can do. To those that hurt me. To those you will hurt. I can't wait.
I think it's growing, but I'm not 100% sure. Time and space converged. Reality and unreality were on the edge of destruction. For the first time, an other was close to breaking through. Let's see, the game's called Othercide, so we have to destroy it. Or kill it, I guess. If it's side, it means we have to kill it.
Despair. My life lights your path.
Alright.
Do you remember our journey together? This time, let me guide you. You will wield my memories like a sword, and with them, grow our army.
Alright, Mother's back. And she's mad. She's very upset. And thus, they were trapped in an everlasting loop. From recollection to recollection, daughters of the Red Mother die, only to rise again. And woo lad, do they stress that in this game. You'll see. The Age of Shattering. Who knows what year it is?
This
Years
dark
are
corner
irrelevant.
of existence is a harbinger. Soon all will follow. The very fabric of our reality is threatened. My last breath is near.
Okay.
My daughters, you are of me. Put an end to suffering.
Alright, so suffering is apparently the big bad, from what I'm understanding. And here's the your requisite Darkest Dungeon style warning at the beginning of the game, which is probably part of why this game keeps getting Darkest Dungeon comparisons from what I'm seeing. Othercide is a game about sacrifice and tough choices. Progress is auto-saved, so there's no turning back. Enemies in Othercide are lethal, and every mistake will cost you dearly. Your daughters will die, and you will lose, only to rise, stronger again. The game expects players to fail, but failure is not the end. After ending a run, you restart with additional bonuses and even the ability to resurrect fallen daughters for a cost. Don't ignore me, I know who you are.
From
No, you
this
don't.
side of the veil, I can give you my daughters, birthed from my soul. You will need them to fight.
This is the Chrono Map. From here, you'll be able to manage your
What
daughters.
memory has this agony uncovered?
Just for a minute. Select your next mission from the attack menu and end the day. Let's enter the inner void to germinate a new daughter. This game's making me say things I don't like saying. At least not in that order. Anyway, let's go to the inner void. As you can see, we have two of them already. Apparently Melody and Miracle are the starting children. Here you can manage your daughters. And they are gonna lean hard on that word, presumably to make you care for these characters, even though they've already said that these characters are going to die and can be resurrected. So that kind of just takes away all of that idea. But okay. Enter the birthing pool. Here you can manage your daughters. This is just... Alright, let's do it. Let's germinate a kid. Costs 200 Viate. And there it is. That's hope. That's hope, alright. One thing I do like, you get to choose their class as well. They actually do mostly look a little bit different. Clothing is based on class, but their hair and their eyes can be a little bit different every time you germinate a new one. A little bit of uniqueness to them. Blademaster excels in melee duels. Also accelerates because she is pretty quick. The Soul Slinger supports her sisters from afar and with guns, and the Shield Bearer protects her sisters. We actually started with a Blademaster and a Soul Slinger, who both look pretty awesome. So I'm going to go with a Shield Bearer for this one, and I really like the jacket she's wearing. Anyway, this is Hope.
Converging, warping reality. You must stop suffering from feeding. Go. Close the first synapse.
Alright. To the first synapse, which is basically where the enemies are. New missions or synapses appear each day. Beat a synapse to close it. You'll get a difficulty rating. This time it's challenging. It's a hunt. You get to choose anywhere between 1 to 3 daughters. Again, they're leaning very hard on that term. And then you get some Viate. You get 25 crystals. And you get 100 experience. So let's get it on. Hunt all creatures is the details for this mission. Select one. Alright. We're going to go ahead and select Miracle to the left. Melody to the right. See, they got different hairstyles. It's a small difference, but it's definitely a difference. I actually haven't seen this one yet. I think it fits the Soul Slinger perfectly. Mostly. Anyway, there you go. Our threats up here in the top right. You can see how open the area is, and we're going to fight Curse Therapist and Plague Doctors. Let us begin. Off we go. My dudes.
Take away his tools of torture.
Apparently none of your pathetic actions can stop him. A flanking behavior. While a unit is engaged in melee, attacks from the flank or back will hurt more. There you go.
How many have died to appease suffering's ambition? How many more?
So, alright. Here we are. we can see our order that everyone's going to go in. Melody, then Hope, then Miracle, and then we got a Curse Therapist over here, a Curse Therapist over here, and a Plague Doctor up here. Cool, cool, cool. So let's see, what does Melody start with? She can move, she can shoot for 25 AP, she shoots 3 times, does a little bit of damage. As you can see, the numbers are a lot lower now. 515 health, she does 81 damage per shot, but 3 shots, that's something to keep in mind. Intercepting round, interrupt the first attack on an ally within a range of 10 for 10% HP. And actually, I don't know if that's 10% total or 10% max, now that I think about it. It doesn't actually say. Anyway, if you move close enough to someone that you could shoot them, you'll get an icon above them. There you go, you can see the sword icon above the Plague Doctor if I hover it over here. So I can see how far I have to move to do some shoots. However, in general, I have come to the realization that really you just wait for the enemies to come to you. It's just easy that way. You know, that's... Again, I want to compare this game to XCOM, but XCOM has that stealth mechanic at the start of a lot of missions, which is very, very cool. And then they made that new one and they replaced it with a breach mechanic, which is also still very cool. This one has neither of those. So it's kind of just regular-ass battles. We're just going to move Hope up here. Hope, by the way, gets a lunge. It's a triple damage strike. They like the triple damage strikes in this game. And then Slam, which will delay someone's initiative by 25 units, force the enemy to face her, and deal a little bit of damage. Very nice. All right, let's not lose initiative for it, though. And then we get Slash, which is a single target big damage move, and Imbued Blade on Miracle. All right, we've seen those before. We know what those can do. Let's keep these two together, keep our Gunslinger to the back. 2 enemies are going to move first, then our Soul Slinger will get to go. I think they're just moving up far enough where they'll be able to prepare their strike for next turn. I think that's what they're doing. So how far would I have to move you in order to be able to shoot at him? Here? 31? Ugh. This is something that... I don't know, I feel like it encourages just the slowest gameplay, but that's okay. That's okay. You know what? Let's move you over here instead. Get you ready to shoot this boy. Because I think he's the only real dangerous one. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, and I will probably continue to be wrong in the future. But if I can move correctly here, we're going to go into burst because I feel like some of these moves cost way too much AP. But we will get flank damage here, which gives us the kill. Alright, now let's go ahead and actually move you back away from the gunners, since you're going to be moved way back on the timeline at this point. Miracle, I'm tempted to move you forward on the timeline. Especially since I think we could get an imbued shot on this boy. We would have to burst for that too, though. See, this is what I'm talking about. The burst... The move back on the burst. It does say you can eventually resurrect your daughters, but there's going to be a lot of rules to that, I assume. So I don't want to throw them away at the beginning. Maybe I do. Maybe I'm wrong. But I don't think I am. No, I don't want to do that, because if I do, you will come and you'll hurt me with pain, which I don't want. Okay, move up here. There we go. Yeah, he's moved way back on the timeline anyway. What you doing? Okay, he is lining up for a massive shot, but we can line up for something massive ourselves. First, let's move forward and take some regular shots. There we go. Let's go. Awesome. Love the animation for these. You know what? We're just gonna burst. Bam! You're done.
Whatever we can to prevent this torture.
Okay. He was the one lining up a shot. There's another enemy that's gonna come alive here soon. Where is he? Can we see where he's coming? I mean, apparently there's another terror to haunt us. You should be able to see where it's gonna spawn. Oh, it's gonna be way over here. Okay. And it's gonna be a plague butcher as well. All your secrets are revealed, chump. Can we Could we move to a place where we could shoot the other one? Probably not. I mean, yeah, here, but we won't have enough to actually shoot. Yeah, we're not going to be able to shoot him. Just end our turn. Alright, Hope. Get over here. Let's go ahead and lunge on him. We can go into burst again. At least if we get the kill.
I revel in her strength.
If we didn't get the kill, I'd be feeling really bad about that right now. Okay. So, he's going to be coming alive in a little bit. He's the last enemy here, too. So I think we just go straight up to him. I'm tempted to use burst. But that would be dumb. Because there's no guarantee he's going to move close enough to Miracle to make the burst hit. I mean, he will, obviously, if I don't line up the burst attack. Now we line up the imbued blade. There we go. And then 30 ticks later, dude is going to be so dead. Give him some shoot juice. Beautiful. And we have just enough to not burst. And bam, baby.
Impressive.
Well done, ladies. Your infants and I are feasting in darkness, you know.
My brave daughter is spent. She must rest till a new day.
150 Vitae, no memories, which we can worry about later. 4 enemies killed. Nice.
Come what may, we will slow suffering's progress.
And level ups all around, which from what I understand are worth a lot. Okay. A recollection ends if you have no way to continue. If you get beaten by a boss, or if you choose to end it yourself. This will let you start a new try on the first day, and gives you access to more shards. That explains what those are. Resources that you gain from missions and can use to buy remembrances, which are power-ups. You can only move to the next day after closing at least one synapse. If the daughters need a rest, they cannot fight more than once per day. Hence, why we'd be able to use that. And if we recollect, we could get 25 shards, as you can see. Well, I guess we have to select next day. Alright, little bit of resting up. One of the daughters can learn a new skill. Let's go into the inner void and check that out. Actually, they all can, since they all leveled up. Observe her in more detail to learn more about her. Cool. Here you can see her stats, traits, and skills. Skills can be unlocked by reaching new levels of mastery and upgraded with memories. This daughter has learned a new trait reflecting what she has experienced. Traits cannot be removed or changed, even in death. So if we go over to traits, Hope here is aggressive. She will do 50 extra damage to all attacks. Nice. Very nice. And she has a new skill available. So we can choose between one of two. Blacksmith's Grace increases armor by 180 for 40 ticks and moves up 15 initiative units on the timeline for each incoming attack. Okay, it's a very defensive skill. And then Shield Bash. Deal the 325 damage and push the target away 5 tiles. Let's go ahead and grab the armor. Alright, she is supposed to be a shield bearer after all. She can bear the shield. Melody. Soul Singer. No traits on her yet. She can learn Shadow Round. Deal up to 220 damage to an enemy in range, taking damage from an ally. So if this costs 5% HP, but if someone else hits an enemy, she also takes a shot. Or Wrathful Rain, an AoE attack that moves her away toward an empty tile. I'm going to grab this because it's a good way to get away from damage, I think. And then Miracle can choose between Lightning Strike, dash 5 tiles and deal a little bit of damage, or Immovable Stance. React to an enemy's finishing movement in melee range and deal up to 480 damage. Again, not a lot of damage. I love the idea of Lightning Strike, though. Because that is probably cheaper than having her physically move into range. So, we're going to keep that. The Codex here can allow you to learn things about people and stuff. The Red Mother, what really happened, I cannot say. We've exchanged our realities, my dear friend. Apparently, I am the dear friend. My body is gone, but my spirit follows you. Together we can stop the chosen one of suffering. Sever the link that unites them. I offer you my memory, shape our daughters, and send them to stop suffering before it's too late. And that is Mother again. I've lived for hundreds of years, and I've lost the taste of life during this immortal journey. My only goal was to protect the Veil no matter the cost. Did all his pain and suffering lead me to this fateful moment? Was failure inevitable? My dear friend, we have gone through so much sorrow. Can you even remember my name? Through death, I will guide you. And then there are some more people, apparently, and there are the classes, and yeah, there's a lot to read in this game. And then finally, there are remembrances. And every time you click on it, she says, remember. Remembrances give you access to bonuses that last through the whole recollection. A remembrance remains unlocked once it is unlocked, even if you start a new recollection. Unlocking a remembrance does not activate it automatically, however. You must use shards to activate it. You earn shards every time you complete a mission, but your pool of shards is limited to those you had at the start of the recollection. Once you start a new one, you get access to all your earned shards. So, if I use this damaged left eyeball, torn from its socket, it stares infinitely into nothingness, we can start a run with 2 memories. So I'm going to activate that. Does it give us the memories right away? Oh, it does. Recalling memories by slaying enemies will unlock a chapter of Mother's history. We've gotten Rush, which increases damage by 50, and Drill, which increases damage by 20%. And there's a little bit of a thing there for you if you want to read it. I'm not going to equip these because they cost Vitae, and it's probably better just to get more daughters here. We can't learn a new skill. We've learned all the new skills. Don't insult me. All right? Let's go to the next synapse. Give us a little bit more of that 150, 25, and 100. And play around with the new skills, hopefully. Anyway. Go ahead and line up our team. We are hunting all creatures. It's a claustrophobic area, which means it's small. Curse therapists, scavengers, and plague guards. So, shooting boys, little crawly dudes, and shield bros. Okay.
Take away his tools of torture.
Strong bond between an other and its chosen one does something. Create your own combos. You now have access to more skills, allowing you to combine direct actions, interrupts, and reactions.
What came next? An abomination.
You don't say. Alright, we got 6 enemies here, and wow, they're all on the field right away. Alright. Well, dang. This boy's moving first. And then the other one over here is moving after that. This one can reach Hope, though. Although Hope will get to move first. Can we get you close enough to take some shots? Let's see. Not really. And really, it's because of where he is more than anything else. Good lord. If I moved over here, I can't even take one shot. Alright, maybe we gotta rethink this a bit. Could I get over here and take a shot? No. See, this is where I'm like, I feel like it's a little too constricting with the AP in a lot of ways. The game, I really feel like it discourages movement a lot. Or if it doesn't, it really has a weird way of showing it. Okay, we're just going to stay here for now. Alright, we could use the Blacksmith's Grace, which increases armor by 180. So, looking at this guy, we can inspect him. 90 damage twice. That means this would do no damage to her. Didn't mean to do that. But hit V to uninspect. So, let's go ahead and activate Blacksmith's Grace. Okay. So that lasts for 40. Which means it will last up to all of these enemies that move. How hard do you guys hit? 420. Nice. Reinforced armor. Okay. And you, snapshot, 150. Massive shot, which is the one that you aim, 410. Okay. So the Plague Guard could still do some damage. Something to keep in mind. However, let's go ahead and move Hope. Let's move her up this way, because with as much power as she has, I think we can risk going into a burst here. Because we will probably kill him if we can get 2 hits on him. Nice.
How foolish my fears.
And then you can just come on and fight us. Hopefully. Alright, and then Miracle. Miracle, I think I want you to go right here for now. And then eventually, someone will have to come around. We could use Lightning Strike on him. That's what I'm thinking. We'll see if it works out. Oh, of course he went the other way. You little jerk. And he stays way early on the timeline because of it. You little jerk. Alright. And that's what happens when a plan doesn't come together. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and use intercepting round here. Try to interrupt an attack on an ally. That doesn't cost anything to use, so thankfully we can get this shot off right away. She missed one. Prick. You know what? Go for it again. Nice.
Flawless.
Good job. End your turn. We're not going to waste a burst here, I don't think. Down to 4 enemies. Alright, Miracle, I don't know what I want you to do. You don't move for a while, so you know what? I think I do know what I want you to do. I want you to imbue your blade and hit this guy as hard as you can. That's what I want you to do. Okay. Oh, shoot. No, I still want the interrupt attack. I assume that only lasts until her next turn. If I move a little closer, you could probably kill him, though, right? That would be nice, too. If we can pull it off. One more, but we'd have to burst for it. Screw it. Okay.
A bitter victory.
We got the burst, and then let's go ahead and Wrathful Rain after that. She does have to be close enough to shoot someone, so we're going to move her closer to Miracle over here. There we go. This comes down. Bam! Good damage. Might be enough to get a kill next turn. Hello, Plague Doctor. How you doing? Alright. It is Hope's turn now. There's really nothing that she can do on her turn that is that helpful yet. Let's go ahead and use Blacksmith's Grace again. I mean, 2 uses with 76 health. 76 health to mitigate 180 twice, so 360 health is not that bad a prospect, to be honest with you. I wish I had enough for you to move over here and then just slap that boy. But we don't have enough for all that slappage. Actually, you know what we could do, though? And I think I am going to do. Let's see if we can get you to kill him now. With the flank shot.
How foolish my fears.
And we'll see if Miracle can take out the other one. He might just run, though. Yeah. Frick. Well, that makes that harder. I mean, just a little bit, but still. Can we save 70 points in Lightning Strike here? Oh, come on! I'm actually insulted. You know what? I'm Lightning Striking you anyway. Yeah! What'd you think of that? You thought nothing of it. Because you're dead.
I revel in her strength.
It's got to burst properly, you know? That's what it's all about. Proper bursting. Okay, Melody's turn is next. We just have the one Plague Doctor left. At this point, we might as well just hold up, let him move towards us. There we go. Now we can give him full metal slappage next turn. Alright, Hope, get you over here. I mean, what are the chances he's actually going to be able to attack you? Plague Doctor does 400 damage? I don't know why, but I'm surprised he does that much. Yeah, we're just going to end our turn because you'll get another move before he gets to move. Miracle, we're going to move you up, do the same thing, and then Melody, you're going to do some shoots, I hope. Hopefully get some hits. That'd be fun. Oh yeah, this lad has a lot more health. He also has some armor on him, 34 armor to be exact. Alright. That's okay, because we got 2 more hits on this guy right now. Which is probably enough. In fact, we could just slam him, and that would move him back in the timeline so that Melody could move again. There we go. Dude, what if we slammed him twice? It just keeps moving him back. Okay, Shield Slam might be a little something to help us out here. You must resist the influence of others. Alright, I mean, if you say so. Very cool. Another 150 Vitae.
We will slow suffering's progress.
Traits unlocked? 1 and 2? What happened? What happened? Everyone got all traded up. Melody, what happened? Arrogant. Less XP gain, extra critical damage. Taking no damage deceived her. She no longer wants to learn. That's not great. Oh, great. You're arrogant too, but at least you do extra damage against cultist enemies. Minions of the plague shall fear her forever. I mean... okay. If you say so. Alright, we've gotten a little bit of a taste. That is going to be it for this episode of Thet Plays Othercide. If you enjoyed it, make sure to let me know by giving a like. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe for more. Because that'll let me know that you want to see it keep coming. And that way, it might not stop coming. For a little while, at least. Thanks again for watching this episode of Othercide. My name is Thet. That over there, I assume, is the other. And I will see you in the next video. My dudes.